Hello everyone, and welcome back to another tier list. It's been a bit since I've done one of these. Well, I say it's been a bit, and it hasn't been that long. I just took a week off last week because of other things coming out, and I was like, I'm doing Clover, so we'll skip the tier list. So I'm back at it again for you guys to hate on me with impressions and stuff like that, which is all fine and dandy because I want everyone's opinions to be different. So yeah, this time we're doing riders. I'll leave a link to the playlist actually for this at the end of the video. You can click on it on one of the end cards instead of me having to keep linking them in the description. So yeah, just a quick thing before we start. We hit 100 subs. Thank you guys so much. And the next thing is, if you don't want spoilers, click away now. We've got servants all the way up to Lost Belt 5.2, just like we have with the other ones. And remember, this is my opinion. You guys, please have your own. Let me know in the comments down below what your opinion is. Or tweet me with your own tier list. I'll add this one. I'll add the actual link to the tier list in the description. But like I said, the playlist of this will be in the probably top like right hand corner at the end of the video. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, we got George up here. Honestly, George is fine and all. But he's not my favorite rider. He's kind of like... At first, I wasn't a fan of like the copper. We'll start off with a B, because like I said, there's going to be some really, really low ones on the riders. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and mark one. RedHare. I actually should probably make a tier for RedHare specifically, because I do... For those that don't know, RedHare, my least favorite servant in the game. A horseman horse, very creepy. Very, very creepy. Teach... Probably D tier as well. Not a fan of Teach, gonna be honest. Ivan, pretty cool guy. I liked him during the first Lost Belt. Really cool, like, skill. His MP is really cool looking. But that's kind of all he's got. We're gonna put him up in the B tier as well. Achilles. So I really like the lore of Achilles. Out of the Greek heroes, he's probably one of my favorites, if not the my favorite. Like his design. I like him in APOC a lot. We're gonna go ahead. S tier for Achilles. So we got Ryoma and Oryu. So originally I wasn't like the biggest fan of them, but we just in NA at least we just had Guda 3. Well, it's still going on technically while I'm recording this, and I ended up liking them a lot more than what I thought I would. Specifically Oryu, she's really funny. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna put them A tier. Next we have Lady Rhines. I liked the Case Files anime. Rhines was pretty funny in there. I can't wait for her to come out in Fate Grand Order. I like her appearance, except for her third ascension. She's got another one of those, like, overly done. And probably because of that, A tier. A tier suits her. Next, we have Da Vinci Lily. I prefer her, this form, over her normal form, I believe. I'm pretty sure I do. There's just something about, like, this form that is also kind of, like, off-settling in a way. I don't know, probably B tier for you. Next, Bartholomew. I really don't have any feelings towards him at all. Saw him, we're going to put him in C tier. He's not like got a terrible design, but it's nothing that sticks out to me. So, C tier for him. Next, we have quite literally Carmilla. So, I haven't done the assassin one yet, but I do prefer this version of Carmilla over her assassin version. Just from the appearance standpoint, I don't know if any... I've said this before on stream, but I have a thing with, like, long nails. It freaks me out. And Carmilla, her assassin form has really long nails. This form, though, doesn't. That, you know, like, she's got a little robo puppies and stuff. She's pretty adorable. We'll probably put her... yeah, we'll put her in A tier. She's pretty good. Next... we've got, you know, Mandricardo here, however you want to say his name. Honestly, another servant that I haven't really, like, because we haven't gotten that far in the Lost Belts in NA, I don't know what his personality is like, but nothing really sticks out to me. His design's honestly not my favorite. His MP isn't really that great, like, in my opinion, to look at. Skills are kind of, like, bleh. But he's got a better design than Teach, and RedHare, for sure. Next, we have Europa, with her Big O. I don't know if any of you guys watched Big O as an anime when you were younger. I did not. I didn't care for, like, mechas at the time. Except for Gundam. I did watch Gundam, so I don't know. It's weird. And probably another C tier. Nothing's really struck out on her design. She reminds me almost like a kind of like Maeve. Except for I prefer Maeve's design, but we'll get into that next. Next, we have Mr. Gundam himself. His design's pretty cool. His MP... I'm honestly not the biggest fan of, like, the beginning part of his MP. If I'd have to rank him on appearances and stuff, we'll put him up B. Like I said, he's not my favorite yet, and I obviously don't know what his personality is like because I haven't done Lost Belt 5.2. Yeah, B's probably appropriate. Next, we have little Alex. Honestly, probably C tier. Not the biggest fan of Alex. I much prefer Skandar. Alex is okay and all. It's just his design is kind of bleh. Although he did just recently got like his MP and attack animations updated. So there is that. Next, we have Anne and Mary, the pirate duo, Yuri Pirates. Honestly, also not another like big fan of them. I'd probably have to put them in D tier as well, or not DC. I'm just not a fan of the Yuri Pirates, to be honest. It's especially her because you have to kind of like rank them both. But I do prefer like their summer outfits slightly more than their normal outfits. But again, it's one of those things. They also like to spook me a ton. Next, we have Maid Alter. I like her first. I like her maid outfit. Her maid outfit is pretty great. And I like her riding a motorcycle shooting a sniper rifle. That's also pretty great. Probably B tier though as well. Out of the alters, her like the alter form, especially her maid one. Like I said, I just like really the maid one. Her third one I do not care for at all. The way that she has like her jacket overthrown, it's just not my cup of tea. Next, we have Astolfo. I actually really like Astolfo. I don't know if anyone notices that. But he was only, like, in APOC, he was, like, the saving grace of it, if you want to call him that. Anytime Astolfo shows up in events, pretty good story. Like I said, normally, he had the limelight in APOC. Also, in Extella Link, he's pretty funny. We'll probably put him A tier. Next, Boudica. So here's the thing about Boudica. I actually quite like her design, except when you get past her first ascension. When her hair's like actually down, and I also think, and this is something really random, well, I say it's random, her outfit with her like tits just pretty much hanging out kind of kills it for me. I wish she was actually covered up more, which is something you'll like never hear me say. But like I said, I do like her appearance, but because of her ascension states, probably B tier as well. And also her MP's pretty lackluster at this point, but that's not her fault. That's DW for not giving her an MP animation. Next, Columbus. We'll just move him to D tier. Where he belongs. You know, DW likes to give those story lock 3 stars. Also, during the whole Agartha story, he wasn't great, and I wasn't a fan of him. Next, we have Drake. She might be my favorite rider. We'll have to look and see. She's pretty great. Actually, she's definitely not my favorite rider, but she's up there. She was the first like AoE rider. Well, she was actually the second. But 5-star, she was definitely like the first 5-star AoE rider that I was like, oh. Well, she was the first 5-star rider in general that I was like, oh, I can't wait till I get her. She was like a game changer for me, especially with her having a 50% battery that early on with an MP interlude. I also really liked her story in Okeanos. Maybe one day she'll get her little alter form. Probably not though, because DW doesn't care for Drake. Next we have Ishtar. Honestly, I'm going to put Rider Ishtar on A. There's just something about Rider Ishtar that I don't like as much as the other Ishtars. I don't know really what it is. It's just something. Her MP also takes really, really long. Scooter's kind of funny though. Next, we have Big Bro Iskandar. I like Iskandar. He's really good. He's a cool cookie. Fate Zero, the Banquet of the Kings, which I'm sure you guys are familiar with. If not, you should absolutely look at the Banquet of the Kings. But he was a really good character in Fate Zero. When he showed up into the Fate Grand Order, like anytime he's been in the interludes and stuff like that, he's been a really cool character. His design's pretty neat as well. We'll probably have to put him. Probably another one in A tier, honestly. If I'd have to take a guess. Yeah, probably A seems fine. Next, we have Sakata Kentucky. If for those that understand that, if you autocorrect likes to change Kentucky's name to Kentucky. But honestly, S tier. I really like Rider Kentucky. I like Berserker Kentucky. It was just something with like how he was drawn in his Berserker form that kind of threw me off. His Rider version, though, is on point. He's also quite funny when he runs into him, or whenever you run into him. He also has one of the coolest, like, actual NP themes. If you haven't done it, go to your My Room and turn off voices, and just listen to his theme. It's really, really good. Next, we have Marie. So here's the thing. About a week ago, if I'd have done this, Marie probably would have been higher. But then I saw Marie Alter, who literally steps on Marie at this point. Marie's design, I'm actually not the biggest fan of. Her little mushroom hat kind of killed it. Although she does have the "What's up, my homies," so that's pretty great. But like I said, the mushroom hat, terrible mushroom hat. So we're gonna go ahead, put her in C tier. Especially now that I've seen her alter form and what they could have done. It's one of those things. Next, we have Martha. I'm gonna go ahead and move her up to the S tier. So she was actually the first AoE rider that I really, really liked. As soon as the game came out and I saw Martha, I was like, oh, I really, really want this AoE rider. Obviously, I didn't care if the server was good or not at those days because I was also like free to play, but I just thought her design was really cool. And it would be nice to have a AoE rider. And that was a goal because I burned all my 3 stars like an idiot when the game first came out. Next, we have Maeve. Like I said, she kind of reminds me of Europa for some reason, and I probably am butchering her name, but that's okay. But I do find her cheese story, or how she died, kind of hilarious, with being killed by cheese. Summer Rerun 2, she was pretty funny in, as well, when you got the Warden outfit. Probably have to put her... her MP is also kind of funny. I think I gotta put her in A tier, though. So yeah, there's that. Next, we have Medusa. I'll put her in B tier. I do like Medusa. Although she's not... I liked her in Fate Stay Night. You obviously get to experience her more in the Hollow Adder, not Hollow Adder, well, you do, but you get to experience her more in the Heaven's Feel route, which is my least favorite route of Fate Stay Night. But there's just I don't know. Medusa, like, her design is great, but it's nothing like outstanding to me. Next, we have Rider Mordred. So, Saber Mordred, I'm pretty sure I put her in the C tier. I do actually quite like Rider Mordred's appearance a little more. And I like her interactions with Squirtle during summer. So, I'll probably put her... Also, she's arts looping, So, we'll put her up in B tier. Next, we have Ozymandias. S tier. Ozymandias is great. For those that were around in the Inu and Friends Discord, back when that story chapter dropped, we all, me and a few other people, I won't say everyone, we definitely all tried to get Ozzy, though, that rolled. And he was just a pain to get. But I eventually got him, MP2 with like 800 quartz. And I thought it was hell. But I've since gotten him MP5 just from like spooks, actually more than that. But his attack animations like really quick. I do wish that he'd get another like upgrade or at least an animation update. That being said, his story moments are great. Also, he's the voice of Dio, and you can't go wrong with that. So much so, I can't ever call him by his real name anymore. I just call him Ozymandias, just out of force of habit. So next we have Kets. I like Kets. I like this form more than her ruler form. Probably A tier. Her during the Babylon anime is probably what sold me on hitting A tier, honestly. She was amazing during the Babylon anime. So there is that. Next, we have probably my least favorite Artoria. which is going to be Ryder Artoria, Santa, the very first Santa, and she knows what she did. She stole Nero's spot at becoming Santa. That absolutely should have been Podaru Nero, and it wasn't. Don't know what DW was thinking of. But other than that, just the Christmas was funny during that year, but I don't know, like all the Santas that came after have really overshadowed her a lot, in what they do. And I really do not care for attack animations. They're actually very, very boring to me. Next, we have Ushi. Another one that would probably be lower than this, but her, Singer in the Babylon anime has really, influenced me. We're probably going to give Ushi another B tier. Her design, pretty okay. Her IP, also pretty interesting. But, like I said, seeing it actually animated, it really is what sold me on it. So, now comes the hard part. Who will be the Golden Honey? And honestly, I don't know if it's a surprise to anyone. I said earlier that Achilles was probably my favorite Greek hero. Drake was my first 5-star rider that I was super excited for. Kentoki, the really cool guy, really like him in the story chapters. Martha was the very first rider that I really like, and Martha, her summer version, won the Golden Honey for extra class. But I have to give it to Ozzy. Just his interactions and all the memes and stuff with him and Gil are just golden, to say the very least, to take Kentoki's words. So, yeah, that's gonna do it. Ozymandias wins. You just can't go wrong with the pyramid. You can't go wrong with it. So, that being said, I appreciate everyone for watching. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys would change or flip-flop, and hopefully the comments will actually work. For the past few days, I haven't been getting any of the comments. I have to manually look. So, but I appreciate everyone for watching. Thank everyone again for the 100 subs, and remember, if you guys want to check out any of the other tier maker stuff that I've done, I'll leave a link to it in the video. You should see it sometime after this. But I'm gonna catch you guys next time.